Hey everyone, this is take 742 of trying to film in overcast conditions because the north of England, or the northeast of England, is either sunny lately or overcast, and neither of them are great necessarily for filming. But then neither are rainy days. This is something I'm learning very quickly about filming videos. So today I wanted to share with you some sheets that I've been making for my series/book Bible. These will be, well, some of these will be put on KoFi for free, and I know there are many other things like this out there. Some of them are far more detailed than what I've done, but I like to create something for myself in a style that I like. They're all quite simple, so I just thought I'd go through them with you. So the first page is your book information, which will go at the very front with title, word page and count, date started and finished, tropes, themes, pitch and blurb. And then on the back it will have main characters, other characters and other relevant information. The second page is marketing information, where you can put your genre, comp titles, publication date, keywords and hashtags. That's just blank on the other side. Character profile, so that's for name, age and date of birth, relevance to story, physical description, personality traits, strengths, weaknesses, relationships, and then any background information or notes. And this is just double-sided, exactly the same. Then we've got a scene overview for those who like to jot down specific scenes or plotting scenes, whatever you like to do. I'm going to write key scenes for mine on here, and it's just got a scene summary, character point of view, your conflict and your outcome. And that again is just little scene boxes, double page. Then we've got world building and setting overview. And this contains the area name, population, other local towns, cities and villages, travel networks and links, flora and fauna, animals, beasts, wildlife, crime rates, weather patterns, main buildings, relevant laws and rules, historical background, economics and languages. I try to keep it quite genre neutral because I write different genres, so I wanted something that was applicable and I wouldn't have to keep changing everything. Then I've got a detailed setting overview for buildings or specific places and locations within your world. Crestwood, for example, the mausoleum is a key scene place, as is Freya's apartment, things like that. So this is for you to write down the place, the importance to the story, the people that are relevant there. So if it's a cafe, for example, the staff, the atmosphere, feeling and vibe that you get from that place, scents and smells, and any visual details. And that is just the same on the overview. Like I said, quite simple, just, Now I've got to the chapter stuff. There are two different chapter outlines that I've done, so I'll show you them both. This is for you to write, if you want to plot in chapters, doing it this way. That's what I'm trying to do now. I'm not a plotter, but I want to try and plot the chapters out in my book before I write them. So this is for you to put the book that it's contained within, the chapter number, the words, the pages, characters, setting, key events, conflict and resolution, and any notes. The second one, it's just the same on the other page. The second one is exactly the same, except it's made for a longer outline, so you can, write more information if you are someone who likes to do detailed plots. Then this one is just a chapter outline overview, and it's just a series of boxes on a page. First one is for your chapter number or title, for any key information, characters, conflict, resolution, and questions asked within that chapter, or answers given during that chapter, and then a short summary overview. This is so you can get a bird's eye view of each chapter and what it contains along the main points. This is going to be perfect for me because it's more in line with how I work. I'm not a big detailed plotter, but I do like to have outlines of what I've written so that I can keep track of how the story's moving forward and things I might be missing, especially during edits. The last one I've got is chapter summary, which has, this is designed for when you've finished writing your chapter to write about it afterwards. So you can put details in of how it might have changed from the outline. For example, if you're like me and you didn't write any outlines at all, but you sort of wanted to write down about details about afterwards in more detail that the outline overview doesn't offer, you can here. And I've got book, chapter, words, pages, characters, setting, what happens in this chapter to move the story forward. And that's a really important one because, as everyone knows if you're a writer, chapters, scenes, they should be continuing to move the story forward. And I'm a massive descriptive writer, and I usually end up cutting quite a lot of my words because on reflection, once I'm editing, I realise they're not necessary. So that's going to be really key for me. The other thing is conflict resolution, and then a summary of the chapter. And again, just the same on the other side. So yeah, I just thought I'd share that with you, and I do apologise again for the bad lighting. the dodgy computer setup with the phone, but it's half term and it's overcast, and all my other stuff is downstairs where there is chaos, raining. So yeah, but as soon as everything's on KoFi, I shall add it to my, well, it'll be on my bio anyway, so, but I'll let everybody know. Okay, bye.